This is the cheapest teleprompter that I could find on Amazon, £35. And before I could even read a word off of it, it tried to send me to a file sharing site in a language I can't read. I use a teleprompter every single day. I'm also building one, which also means that I spend a faintly unreasonable amount of time thinking about them. And I kept seeing the same question turn up in the comments. Is the cheap one any good, or is 35 quid just a trap? So I went out and actually bought the cheapest one. It's called a Prompter, or now named Ambitful. And I'm just going to give you the honest answer now, because you came here for an answer, and I'm not going to make you sit through 8 minutes just to get it. Yes, the cheap teleprompter is genuinely fine. The hardware does the job. The catch has nothing to do with the hardware. It's the app the box ships you off to. And I'll be honest, that's the whole reason why I wanted to make this video. Okay, so here's what that £35 actually buys you. A piece of angled glass, some plastic, 8 little lens rings so it clips onto more or less any camera, and a clip for your phone. It also came with a remote, which weirdly is the nicest surprise in the whole box. Now yeah, it feels pretty cheap. It's plastic, it runs on AAA batteries, and it absolutely does the job. Skip a line, jump back, pause, restart, all from your hand while you're sat in the chair. But here's a small tip while we're here. That remote will outlive its batteries purely because you will leave it switched on in a drawer between shoots. A £6 set of rechargeable AAAs is the smartest accessory that you'll buy for this thing. Okay, so the box is honestly fine. It's better than fine. Then you go to use it, and the kit points you at an app. And this is where every cheap teleprompter goes to the same strange place. On the box, there's a QR code. You scan it to get the recommended app. Sounds reasonable enough. You scan it, and it does not take you to the App Store or the Google Play Store. It takes you to a Chinese WeChat file sharing page, hosting an Android install file called In My App 2020. They've even put the year of the name in the app, and the year is 2020, so the code base is older than the lockdowns. The iPhone version of that app has been abandoned by whoever made it. Reviewers on the App Store reckon the developer's own website has straight up vanished. So if you're on an iPhone, that QR code is pointing you at nothing usable at all. Which sounds like a disaster. And it is, a bit. But it's also the single most useful thing this cheap little box has taught me, because it shows you, in the clearest possible way, where a teleprompter actually lives. So a teleprompter is actually two things. There's a piece of angled glass that bounces your script back at you, and there's a piece of software that puts the words on the glass and scrolls them. The glass barely changes as you go up the pricing ladder. £35, £140 for a tablet-sized one that I'm literally using right now, and £500 for the big metal Elgato one. Most of that extra money buys you size and build quality, but not better reflection. It's the same trick of physics every time. Now, here's the thing. Software is where the whole experience lives. A cheap rig like this, with a good app, feels absolutely brilliant to use. But put a bad, cheap, free app on an expensive rig, and it just feels like a paperweight. And before you assume that's a cheap gear problem, the £500 Elgato Prompter XL has a live 2-star review on Amazon that roughly says the hardware is fine, but the software is absolutely unusable. 14 times the money, same complaint. Spending more does not buy you out of a bad app. Now, I'm not going to pretend the cheap one is perfect, because there are a couple of things that aren't. One of them is weight. It's small, and it's built for a phone. So if you mount a heavy phone on the front, let me show you. First of all, we're going to clip this to this camera, bearing in mind that we're also using a very, very cheap tripod. If you mount a phone, I'm not even going to mount it, I'm just going to rest it. As you can see, the whole thing nods forward like it's falling asleep mid-take. So you're probably going to need a solid tripod or a little support arm to sort it out. The other one is the shot you can actually get. The small bit of glass means you have to zoom your lens in a bit, and the Prompter's own Amazon listing admits this in the small print. It only behaves at a focal length of around 35mm or longer. If you want that wide, roomy YouTube intro, the box is telling on itself, and you'd probably need a bigger tablet-sized prompter instead. So if you've got a heavy phone like me, you like wide shots, you are the exception and you should actually spend more. But for everyone else, this cheap one is actually really fine. Anyway, that leaves the one decision that matters. If the app is the whole game, what do you put on the glass? This is the part that I cared so much about, and I've had such a headache over the years using all sorts of, quite frankly, sorry excuses for teleprompter apps. I decided to go and make one, and it's called SteadyQ. You write your script on your computer, it shows up on your phone or your tablet, start the presentation remotely, and it scrolls itself as you speak. It listens and keeps pace with you. You can pause, ad-lib, like this, because I'm reading something that's not even on the script and it's not scrolling anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. I'm not. Don't go anywhere.
Slow right down, and it stays with you. You can even scroll the text from the laptop with live view, or the built-in remote control on the mobile phone app. One app, one account, no pairing or sync faff. And if you're a Bluetooth remote kind of guy, they work as well. And when you're done, end the presentation and line up the next script without even leaving your seat. No walking back to the camera to poke the screen between every take. It runs on a phone and a tablet, which means it works perfectly happily on the cheap prawn store that I've just been testing. Cheap glass, good engine. You do still need that little piece of glass, but SteadyQ is the bit that actually goes on it. It's at steadyq.com, it's available now, and there's a free trial, and even the free tier is usable. Look, I'm not asking you to buy anything, just go and try it on whatever teleprompter you've already got, and see if filming feels different. So, the verdict, the cheap teleprompter is worth it, because the hardware was never the part that decided anything. Buy the cheap box, skip the agonising over £500 rigs, and put your attention, and a little bit of money, where it actually counts. If you've got the Prawn Store, or any cheap prompter, tell me down in the comments which app you ended up running on it. I'm curious about what everyone's settled on. Right, I'll catch you next time.